here I am. Yeah, lived in Suffolk 25 years, never had any idea. Just down the road was a museum, the David Silver Honda collection. Yeah, look at this. So what we're going to do, I spoke to David, he's going to let us in. We're going to go and have a look at some marvellous bikes from everybody's era. Yeah, I know, marvellous. Let's go. Oh, come on. It's raining, but you can't believe it. Yeah. Oh, there's some marvellous bikes here as well, but they're not Honda BSA, Indian, marvellous. But let's get in here and, oh, look at this. If you haven't been, you've got to come. It's really fantastic. Yeah, right, we're going in. All right, yeah, here we are then. Oh, straight away, Naughty Boy bike, NR, Honda. Yeah, let's have a look, 1992, 160 miles an hour. Couldn't get much more naughty than that in 1992, could you? Before that though, just look at these, Honda Model A. Did you ever know? Look at this. It's a bicycle with a little petrol tank and an engine on. Oh, it's just incredible. And here, it's like an outboard stuck on a bike. Honda Cub. Yeah. Can you believe that? 1952. It's got a bicycle pump as well. Marvellous. So, obviously, star of the show, Honda Cub, Super Cub. Look at that. That says Honda 50, that says C100. I don't know. Marvellous though. We used to call them the Grandad bike. We used loads of them on the fields. Yeah, because they were dirt cheap, there were loads. But then we get onto these, look at this. Honda Dream. Did you have any idea? 1951 Honda Dream started. Progressed to a 53. And then a 55, and this, they're starting to look like what you think of the CD 175s and stuff, aren't they? Yeah. Just marvellous. And you'll notice the colour, black and chrome. That's all you had. Black and chrome, that's all you could have. Some Bentleys. Yeah. Now, how are we going to do this? Let's have a look at the Bentleys before we look at the mopeds. Look at these, marvellous, because these two here, I really, really like. So, these are 59, these are 61, sports version, look, got a little bit of grip there for your knee, oh, and a little bit of a fairing, look at that, tiny little thing, same here, and it goes on, and let's just have a little look around here, 1962, look at it, absolutely mint, in powder blue, that's just marvellous, isn't it? Then if we look around here, it's got a rack on. Doesn't that look like a miniature version of Bertie? Yeah, incredible. Then we've obviously got the smaller ones, the mopeds, progressing upwards. Yeah, these were obviously very popular as commuters and in town. But just look at some of the wheels. They're like bicycle wheels. It's quite incredible, really. Yeah, marvellous. And then we start to get onto what we know now, the Super Cubs. Yeah, more of them. They're very, very popular. God knows how many of these they've sold, but it must be an awful lot. Then we're going to skip up a couple of years. Here we've got a CB250 RS. Yeah, we've been talking about those, haven't we? That's in red. Marvellous bike, very underrated at the time, very underrated now, but excellent motorbikes. Then we're progressing up now to the CD 175, I'm guessing. Just look at them. CB 160 Sport, 160 Tourer. Oh yeah, come with me and have a look around the other side. Just have a look at this. Look at these panniers. They're just marvellous, aren't they? They've even got a light in it. That's just incredible. Yeah. And if we go to the front here, if you look here, what we got, SS50. This is when you could have a unrestricted 50cc moped when you were 16. This was the one that no one wanted because it wasn't two-stroke, but not a bad bike, bit unreliable, but you know, unlike most Hondas. And then if we go ignore the H100, another commuter bike, and here we have the MB50. Look at this. This was restricted to 30 miles an hour. This was the death of mopeds, I think. And then the CB50. Again, we were all going for two-strokes on the 50s. CG125, another commuter king. That's marvellous, isn't it? Then what we're going to do here? Oh, we'll go this way. Gold wings. Yeah, my brother had a gold wing. I hated it. Scrape around every corner. Weighed the same as an elephant. But, you know, there's one here. Caramel Twix. Look at that. Caramel Twix. 1200 Goldwing, limited edition. It's just marvellous, isn't it? I can appreciate these now. I couldn't. I know TMF's got one, and I tend to laugh about it because I think they are just too big and heavy. But, you know, in the right place at the right time, they're a beast, aren't they? So, down here, CB900 Custom. Look at that, yeah. Big fairing, indicators built into that. Massive screen. You weren't going to get any buffeting off that, were you, down there? Then we've got CB750F. Now we're getting onto the naughty boy bikes, aren't we? We're starting to get there. CB900F. This is when they got really naughty. All my naughty mates had these. And we'll go back up there in a minute. But look behind you. Look what we've got here. Yeah, VF 400. Yeah, VF 500. They're getting bigger. VF 750. And the speeds are going up, aren't they? 130, 140 miles an hour. VF 1000, 150 miles an hour. 150 miles an hour. And they sort of stalled a little bit, didn't they? And then by the time you get down here, CBR 1000F Hurricane, 154 miles an hour, CBR 900, 164 miles an hour. Look at that, what a beast. How many people got into trouble with one of those? Oh, I had friends that did, and I know I certainly would have done, simply because they were too powerful for our little young immature brains. Yeah, even in 92. Yeah, and here what we've got, James May's Honda. Yeah, RC30. Yeah, look at that. Can you imagine James May on that? If you listen to what everybody else says, he's as big a buffoon as me. But there you go. Then down here, look, CB1100R. Look at that. That's marvellous, isn't it? This, I never remembered this. I don't know why. CBX250. Let me just have a look at that. What's that say? 1983. Don't remember it at all. I must have been off and gone on to bigger bikes. I don't know. CX650T. I remember that. Turbo. Yeah. CX Turbo. They also did a Euro. Looked the same. Had one of these. CX 500 with a sidecar. I had on mine. And an FT500 Ascot. Never heard of it. And then a GB500. They don't bring the GBs in anymore, which is ironic, isn't it? Because it's GB, Great Britain. They do a 350 now. I'd love to see that. And then NT650 Hawk. Look at that little V-twin. A marvellous bike. But again, I sort of passed me by. This one didn't though. CBX 550 F2. As I remember, one of my mates had one. had Ellen all trouble with it. Yeah, I think piston came through the side or something, I don't know. But they did used to rattle a bit, that's what I remember about them. But half decent bike, I suppose. Nighthawk, look at that. I remember wanting a Nighthawk. Yeah, I don't remember it looking like that though, but memory's a funny thing. Then what we got? More gold wings. Some CLs. You know they're bringing out a new CL. I'll mutter about that later. Scramblers. They don't look much like scramblers, do they? But, you know, this is actually what we were doing. We were scrambling bikes like this, weren't we? That was it. And here we are finally onto the CD175s. CD175 touring. Yeah, and we did used to tour and stuff like this. My brother and all his mates, they all had those. Yeah, and oh, hang on a moment. Someone's phoning me. Hello?
You've not answered.
Hello? Yeah? Right. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I'll speak to you then. Yeah. Sorry, Dave. Yeah, I'm going to go and look at the monkey bikes. Yeah. All right. Ta-ta. Sorry about that. It's just Dave, my mate Dave. Wants to make sure I go and look at the monkey bikes for him. CM 200T. Do you remember that? Look at that little custom bike. Yeah, marvellous. Because before these started coming out, we used to have to chop ourselves, didn't we? We'd be cutting these off and changing the rake and putting longer forks on. Yeah, that's what you used to do if you wanted a chopper. Then what have we got? Oh, another gold wing. Super Sport CBX 6-cylinder. I've told you a story about this. Borrowed my brother's to see how fast it went. Pff, incredible. Brakes, terrible. I can tell you that now. What's he got on here? Top speed 130. I reckoned I reached that, and then I put my hand on the brakes to slow down. Not enough. Yeah, another one here. Oh, look at, imagine those handlebars. Oh, on a 6-cylinder bike. Again, 130. I don't think so, not without that fairing. But there you go. And another 3. Oh, look at that. That's 18 cylinders there. Just there. Marvellous. But that's not it. No, there's more up here. So come on. Oh no, Rozzers. Telling you now. Oh, look at this. Whoa, spaceship. CN250. Oh, that's marvellous, isn't it? Something here for Mrs. Tame. Oh, scooters. Kick and go scooters. Honda 1978. Had no idea. Incredible. But let's just have a look at these. I don't remember this at all. Look at it. It's like a spaceship. CN250. Oh, 75 miles an hour this did. I don't remember it at all. But if you were doing 75 miles an hour on this, you'd have one of these after you, because you'd be breaking the speed limit no matter what road you were on. CB750K. They're just immaculate. X-Police. Oh, look at those. What's that? That's X-Police as well. Even though it's red lights, not blue. I never knew that. But they're incredible, aren't they? Just unbelievable. What have we got at the end there? What's that little orange one? That's not a police bike. Oh, Honda Express. I thought they had more stuff on than that. Incredible. Let's just have a look down here though, because here we've got a Honda Stream. 50cc. Yeah. Restricted to 30. 3.8 brake horsepower. That's 1 brake horsepower more than that AJS I tried. Incredible. And down here now, we're getting down to the serious business. CB450s. Never knew that there's a CB450. Don't recognise it. Obviously, it looks like a Honda. I recognise it as a Honda. Another CB450. But here we are. Now we're on to my babies. I had a CB500T, very similar to this. Wasn't so good, I don't think. It's all right. And yeah, I'd die for it now. And then what have we got? Another 450, obviously a bit of a trials version. And monkey bikes, I'm sorry, Dave, I've got to bring this up, and I've got to bring it up about everyone who tells me to try one. So, there you go. Does anybody else think I ought to try a monkey bike? Just saying, that's all. They are marvellous though, aren't they? I mean, they're just tiny though. Look at that. Christmas special. What's that? Oh, I've never heard of it. Yeah. Just strange bikes. And now we're on to some marvellous bikes that are definitely from my era. Maybe not these. So these were about though, still. CB350, CB100, CB125S, definitely recognise those 175s, and a special for my brother here. Yeah, one of these, I did a mutter in a conversation with my brother. He drove one of those straight into a closed level crossing. Yeah, smashed it off, smashed himself up as well. Very lucky he was to survive. But we picked this up, well I didn't, my dad did, and put it in the back of his Citroen CX estate car. Yeah, marvellous, isn't it? Then we get on to these here, CB250s. Of course, these were what you had as learners. Yeah, Dream. Always, I had a hankering for those, but I never dare tell my mates. Because throughout a vogue, people were getting CB250N Super Dreams, which there's one there. 400 as well, while we're here. 400. Honda-matic. Well, I don't know what is Honda-matic about it. It's got a clutch, or it appears to have a clutch, unless it doesn't have a brake. No, it's got a clutch. I don't know anything about that. On the back, here, had one of those as well. I think you've seen a picture of it. Did it up. My dad painted it in Honda Britain colours. And at the back here, Honda Super Sport 404, one of the best bikes ever made, as you know. We've got the trials. Didn't know much about Honda trials because I was mates with York Suzuki Centre and we were on Suzuki's on trial bikes. 250N, everybody's had one of those, surely. 554, had one of those as well, not very long. Had electrical problems because I'd pratted about with it too much. I had a yellow, same as this, 404. Yeah, marvellous. 754, I was on Suzuki GS's instead, yeah, I know. But these were very popular, weren't they? I don't know if this has got the top speed and stuff. 125 miles an hour, yeah, in 1969. That's incredible, isn't it? But these, Honda were quite successful with their off-road bikes, weren't they? And they did do a lot of them. And I'll have a mutter in a minute about something when we get to them. Oh, this is what I want to say. Look at this. This is the one I thought it was. 750 Honda-matic. Look. No clutch. I mean, that's got to be risky, hasn't it? I don't know. What happens? Do you have to get it in neutral? Does it still pull? I don't know. If the revs went, I mean, carbureted as well, oh, I don't know. It sounds like a bag of trouble to me. But obviously, they made it. What else we got? Now, they're just making a CL, aren't they now? And I'm looking quite forward to trying the new CL. I am. But look at this. The paint on this is absolutely immaculate. Incredible. Obviously, it must have been renovated. That's a 450. CL 360 next to it. Nice 754 here. Yeah. I mean, we were going out. I mean, look at the size of that fairing now compared to today's. Same there, Honda Britain colours. that my dad painted my 504 in those colours. Yeah, he did a marvellous job. I love my dad. Honda 250. But let's talk about this paintwork. Look at that. That's marvellous, isn't it? CL350 Scrambler. 100 miles an hour that did. Oh, incredible. Yeah, 175, little 125. I mean, that's tiny, isn't it? And another 754, another 754k. They're just lovely bikes. There's one of these for sale, a bit rough, at Colchester Kawasaki. Yeah, and there's a special one here, limited edition, 1979. 10th year of the CB 750, so they must have been making it. Yeah, there were 69. There was one round there. I just showed you. What a buffoon! And a Honda Super Sport 554. Yeah, but the clocks are so big. This is why I think now I like the clocks. I like a clock. I think it's because these were so big and there. So. That's about it. You've seen. Oh no, you haven't. Come with me. Before we go in here, Transalp. Look at that. This must be one of the first ones. This is a 1987. Look at it. Just marvellous. These were king for the rallying, weren't they? And these are what started it all. This is only a 600, but I bet it has as much punch as the new ones. And here, Africa Twin from 1988. 1988, look at it. They haven't changed a lot, have they? No, that's marvellous. Right, where were we? Oh, we were going in here. Why didn't you remind me? Yeah, in here. So, everything you want to know. If you've got a Honda and you're rebuilding it and you want to research it, the food got everything. Look, 1940s, 50s, 1960s, 1980s, right through 1990s. Just marvellous. All that information here waiting for you, and some magnificent posters, and an eagle. Yeah. Well, you know, it's not worth it unless there's an eagle, is there? And in here, bike for my mate Dave. Found you a Scrambler, Dave. There you go. To get it in scale, so you've got an idea about. Someone keeps saying, how short is Dave? Well, this is what I look like next to it. My mate Dave could ride this. And then these magnificent off-road beasts. Yeah. I look at these and I just think a World of Sport or Grandstand. People don't even know what I'm on about, but it used to be Saturday afternoons programme. Yeah, marvellous. Right, let's get downstairs and we'll say our goodbyes. Are you there? Been looking for you. We're nearly finished. We're just going to pop next door because they don't just have a museum, they sell spares for all the Hondas for the last, I don't know, 80 years or so. But anyway, we'll have a look in here. They've got a few bikes in here that are not Hondas. I know, incredible. In fact, let's have a look out here first. Okay. BSA, marvellous bike. Indian. Oh, I mean, that's a beast, isn't it? But anyway, let's get in here and see what happens. So, first of all, a bike for my mate Dave. Come and have a look, Dave, see what you think. There you go. Is this about right for you? Marvellous. Obviously, Cub, Yamaha, Trail 50, don't know. That looks like an AP50 to me. Could be a 100, don't know. What's this? CB 100. Obviously Commuter King in the day. Don't recognise that one at all. Little Yamaha bike that Tame Junior quite fancies. Honda FTR. Look at that. Like a flat track, I suppose. Marvellous. MTX. I guess that's a trail cross rally, miniature rally. Of course, Katana. That's marvellous, isn't it? Quite a few of those about still, but I haven't seen many of the new ones. Yamaha, that's marvellous, isn't it? Honda 175CL. Harley Davidson in yellow, incredible. I don't know what that is, no idea. Is it a matchless of some description, 2-stroke matchless? And here XRBs, we've had some of these on the photos on Mutters, and look at this CM200. It's marvellous, marvellous bikes. This is a marvellous place. I've been here 25 years, never knew it existed. It's incredible. £10 to get in for big people, little people, £5. Dave, you'd have to pay £10, I'm afraid, because when I say little people, I mean kids. Yeah, sorry about that. Get yourself out to here, Leiston, it's lovely around here. There's Snape as well, you could come here, go to Snape. Yeah, marvellous place. If you don't know about Snape, you'll have to look at that another time. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. We're going to come back and we're going to do a more in-depth video with a bit more detail about the bikes. Yeah, find out which bike does Dave really like. Not you, Dave. David Silver. Yeah. See which is his favourite, because he's got them all, and if anybody knows, it's got to be him. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in my next mutter. Ta-ta.